back then with another first impressions video for Marvel Strike Force because we've got another new character. We have Taskmaster, an interesting looking character. His actual design and model, not a fan of it. It doesn't look great. Don't know if there's a lot of developers, especially the art team, that may be in lockdown at the moment and not getting enough time, but this is a weak looking hero. He just looks really odd. But before I get too off track, what we'll be doing in this video anyways, we'll do the usual first impressions. We'll have a look at his stats and I've put them into the spreadsheet so I can actually rate them for you. We'll then check out his abilities and I'll talk about which ones I would upgrade to the maximum rank and use your tier 4s on. We'll show off his animations and then from there we'll do some Mercs gameplay. We'll go into the usual Nexus 5.9 to go up against Ultimus and see how the mercenary team go against him. But we'll start off anyway and we'll have a quick look at his stats. Class-wise then, Taskmaster is a controller character and his stats do really reflect that. You've got his health, which is set at a B rating. You've then got his damage, which is an E, which is definitely on the lower side, but you've got certain parts of his kit where he could actually still put out a fair amount of damage there. His armour is up at A, so that does make sense there when you look at him thematically, how he actually looks. We've got his focus, which is up at an A. It will be incredibly important when we look at his abilities. His resistance is a B. Speed is really pretty fast, it's 120, that comes in at an A rating, and then you've got his block chance and block amount, which will be higher than maxed out. His block chance would be 25% and his block amount is a pretty decent 50% as well. But that is the stats, so let's look at the abilities, and again I'll talk you through which ones I would actually max out with your tier 4 materials. First ability we have here then is Imitating Strike. So with this particular one, you're attacking the primary target for 250% damage and stealing 3 positive effects. So when you steal an effect, you actually clear it from the enemy and you'll add it onto Taskmaster as well. So for a basic, that is really powerful. If you were to upgrade it to level 7, you get an additional 50% damage, no difference to the number of positive effects you're stealing, so this wouldn't be worthwhile upgrading. Now this is the part of his kit they've put in to replicate the fact he can copy and he can imitate enemies that he actually sees, but I feel this is a pretty weak and uninspired way to do it, to be honest. Yes, it would be pretty difficult to make Taskmaster, but if you're going to put him in the game, at least spend the extra time and actually do it right, have him replicating some of the moves of other characters. Although who knows, maybe when we get to animations he might do that for some of his abilities, but if this is the only way they've tried to actually fill the part of his kit where he replicates enemies, then it does feel a little bit underwhelming. The special is Adaptive Assault, so it's 5 turns to charge and comes with 3 charges. You're attacking the primary target for 280% damage and applying stun, so it's a guaranteed stun, which is always useful, and then you rebound chain to 3 additional targets for 230% damage and you're applying a fence down as well, which is really useful. Counter attack will break the chain. If you were to max it out, an additional 50% damage to primary and secondary, which could add up depending on where the targets actually are, but this is one I would probably just hold off and keep it at level 6. We have the Ultimate Nicked, so this one here is 6 turns to charge and comes fully charged. There's a lot going on with this, especially with the level 7 upgrade. But at level 6, you're attacking all enemies for 160% damage. You're applying blind to the primary target and 1 random secondary target. And then you apply bleed for 2 turns to 3 random enemies. So when I was looking at this, I was thinking it's far too random, but when you fully upgrade it, it takes some of that away. Also with this, you bonus attack all targets with bleed for 80% piercing, and the attack is unavoidable as well. So if we actually check out the upgrade, then it's most definitely worthwhile doing if you're leveling Taskmaster. You get an additional 40% damage to all targets, so that pulls that up to 200%. You apply blind to primary target and 2 random secondary targets. The fact that it's random is never good, but in most instances your fights are up against 5 characters, so you've got over a 50% chance of applying it to a character you're hoping that it will actually land on, if of course you can't target them. If you can target them, then go for that so they get the primary blind, but again there might be a taunt or something up that stops you from doing that, and hopefully the randomness means it will drop on them. When it's maxed out as well, you're applying bleed to all enemies, so that's a big difference there because that is the bleed for 2 turns and it's going on everyone, and it means you get that extra piercing damage and you get an extra 20% piercing to all targets here, so it brings it up to an additional 100%, so definitely worth an upgrade, that one. The passive is Copycat Criminal. This one here, on spawn you gain a fence up for 2 turns. That'll work really nice with the ultimate that we just looked at. You then have, at level 4 that is, you've got a 60% chance to gain assists now on each mercenary villain ally's turn. You gain 15% block chance, you gain 25% block amount, and you gain 10% chance to counter attack, plus 10% per mercenary ally. So I believe, off the top of my head, this is similar to what Killmonger actually has, so you get a ton of counter attacks there. And then, I'm not sure the reason behind this, so let me know in the comments below if you know why it would be, but it gains 10% damage per skill enemy. Not sure, is maybe Black Widow a skill character and that's the reason for that? Let me know what your thoughts are anyway. And also with this you gain 10% damage and Merc villain allies gain 10% damage. And then we've got the dreaded war defense. I hate seeing this, it's just something I'm not a fan of at all. But on spawn you fill the speed bar for self and all mercenary villain allies by 10% plus 10% per mercenary ally, so you'll be pulling it up by 50% there. And then on turn, if this character has 2 or more mercenary villain allies, apply taunt to enemy with highest damage. This is also unavoidable. We've got even more going on here. You then gain 10,000% extra focus for that particular taunt you're adding, and you assist allies on non-attack abilities. Now that assist, according to MSF.gg, when you get an assist or a counter attack, it will still proc the stealing of the buffs. So if it does work that way, then he's going to be clearing a lot of buffs and copying a lot of buffs as well. So really powerful. Again, I wish they would have done something a bit more creative, but from a power perspective it looks to be really strong. Now the difference between level 4 and 5, a lot going on here. You would always gain assists now on each Merc villain ally's turn, and again, if the basic works the way MSF.gg says, then this would be worthwhile doing. You get an extra 10% block chance, bringing you up to 25%, and you get 10% chance to counter attack for self and per mercenary ally. So it means every time you get attacked you would get a counter attack again. If the counter attack steals, then you really want to go for that. And then 5% damage for self and mercenary villain allies. So I'm pretty certain you have to go for this, and when we do the gameplay we'll actually see if that is the case. But that's his kit there, and once again the model just looks really weird. It really does. Not a fan of it at all, unfortunately. But let's go in now and we'll check out his animations, and I've not actually seen these yet. There we go, just a standard entrance animation there. We'll have the ultimate turn number 1. So let's go, let's fire this off, fire enough all the arrows. That's nice, he fires the shield up and then fires the arrows off them. Could be a mixture of Hawkeye and Cap, I suppose, there. And then we'll go for this one next. Using the sword and the pistol. I know I didn't get the rebound chain there, but I don't want to take out targets too quick. Means you don't get to see the animations. Let's go for the basic one. Little spin and a shoot there. We'll do the basic a few times, see if we get anything different. Generally when it's the kill animation, it's just the one variant you get. You need to just take an amount of health off a character to see anything different. So there's that counter attack there actually. And there we go, there's a different one there. That's pretty nice looking. And then we've got one enemy remaining. And it would just be the basic again here. So we'll finish up with this, then we'll do the Nexus gameplay with some mercenaries. Definitely a bit disappointed that he's not copying any of the other characters. I would have liked to have seen that thrown in. Yes, it would be complicated to do, but it's just such a huge part of his skill set. I feel it really should have been in there more. But there we go, that's the animations. Let's go in and run a Mercs team now. So this is the team we'll be using here. I figured this would be the most interesting one to show off. We did have some changes to Killmonger as well, and let's see, you have Korath the Pursuer. He didn't get any changes as a result of the mercenary buff, and bizarrely Mercenary Soldier didn't get anything done at all there. The strongest character that got a buff, I would say, would probably be the Merc Lieutenant. He looks to be really pretty insane in a mercenary team, and we'll show him off now. So I'll put it on _2 here, so it's not too slow but also not too fast, so we can see what's actually happening with the mechanics of the new team and how they all work together. So there's your offence up that he's got at the start there. I pressed auto rather than ×2, but we didn't miss anything, we just got Hulk taunting, which I actually wanted. Here we go, let's start off. So you can get the blind here. I've got that bleed, and then you've got additional piercing damage. We've got nothing that's really changed here. I believe it's just really the passive for Bullseye that has changed. Let's just go for this. Now, the one thing with Bullseye actually that will be really useful is when you're using this is really strong, when you're using the basic here on the Merc Lieutenant, he provides energy to mercenary villain allies. When it's maxed out, it provides it to all of them, which means you would get the ultimate skill on Bullseye even quicker, and it does hit really hard. But before I would do that, I'll go for the offense up and the speed up, because then he gets his turn even quicker, and we can use the basic to generate the energy. Nothing's really changed here on this. Maybe the damage numbers have changed, but utility wise not a lot has changed. With your Merc tank character as well, I believe it's just ward defense changes he's actually had. Let's see what we could go for here. We're actually taking him down really quick, just due to the power levels of this team really. We've got the stun, we'll go for that. Just do a basic on the Hulk. And let's see, are we going to even get a chance to see Merc Lieutenant firing off his basic for all the energy? Yeah, here we go. Let's slow it down for it actually. This is the one that will really make a big difference. That's really pretty nice. It's a way to make some of the older characters more useful. The likes of way Quake is more useful when you have Yo-Yo to generate the energy, so she gets the ultimate off a lot quicker. But we're probably finishing up here with the sniper. Yeah, there we go, that was really pretty quick there. I'll try and see if I can get some blitz gameplay as well with this team to show them off, see how they go against other meta teams. But that is Taskmaster. He's going to be an interesting team. I imagine he'll probably be a bit of a nightmare when it comes to ward defense, so that's a pain. Again, we've got so many really difficult teams in ward defense now, and this kit, a little bit uninspired, but it looks like it could be again pretty powerful in certain aspects. But there we go. As always, let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all again soon.